Brazil and Mexico have both demanded an explanation from the U.S. over claims that the National Security Agency, NSA, spied on their presidents. Internet data from Brazilian leader Dilma Rousseff and Mexico's Enrique Pena Nieto was intercepted, journalist Glenn Greenwald told Brazil's TV Globo. Mr. Greenwald obtained secret files from U.S. whistleblower Edward Snowden. Brazil said data interception would represent an unacceptable violation of sovereignty. Mexico called for a probe. You cannot allow a U.S. agency, or someone that has been hired by the U.S. government, to follow what any Brazilian citizen is doing, Brazilian Senator Eduardo Suplicy told the BBC's Newshour program. Both the Brazilian and Mexican governments summoned their respective U.S. ambassadors. Mexico requested an exhaustive investigation to determine who may be responsible for the alleged spying on Mr. Pena Nieto's emails before his election last year, the AFP news agency reported. In July, Brazilian newspaper O Globo reported that the U.S. had seized web traffic and phone calls across the region. Attack on sovereignty. Mr. Greenwald, a columnist for the British Guardian newspaper, told TV Globo's news program on Sunday, Fantastico, that secret documents leaked by Edward Snowden showed how U.S. agents had spied on communications between aides of Brazil's President Dilma Rousseff. Brazil's Justice Minister José Eduardo Cardoso said that if these facts proved to be true, it would be unacceptable and could be called an attack on our country's sovereignty. According to the report, the NSA also used a program to access all internet content that Ms. Rousseff visited online. Her office said the president was meeting top ministers to discuss the case. The BBC's Julia Carneiro in Sao Paulo says there is a suspicion in Brazil that the U.S. is spying on its government's communications because of commercial interests. The revelations come at a sensitive moment for Ms. Rousseff, who due to make her first state visit to the United States in October. Our correspondent says it is the only state visit offered by President Barack Obama to a foreign leader this year. Brazilian officials have not said whether the allegations could lead Ms. Rousseff to call off her visit to Washington. Mexican connection. The report also alleges that the NSA monitored the communications of Mexican President Enrique Pena Nieto, even before he was elected in July last year. Mr. Greenwald said that a document dating from June 2012 shows that Mr. Pena Nieto's emails were being read. The documents were provided to Mr. Greenwald by ex-U.S. intelligence analyst Edward Snowden, who was granted temporary asylum in Russia after leaking secret information to media in the U.S. and Britain. Mr. Greenwald was the first journalist to reveal the secret documents leaked by Mr. Snowden on 6 June. Since then, he has written a series of stories about surveillance by US and UK authorities. The detention last month for 9 hours at London's Heathrow Airport of Mr. Greenwald's partner, David Miranda, caused widespread controversy in the UK and abroad. Mr. Greenwald said the detention of his partner amounted to bullying and was clearly intended to send a message of intimidation to those working on the NSA revelations. The British government said that it was right for the police to act if they believed that someone had highly sensitive stolen information.